The defeat of ISIS in Syria caused the terror threat to spread. One region is East Africa, where Uganda is taking the brunt. People there are on edge, bracing for more attacks following several deadly suicide bombings this past fall. Sam Childers is an American missionary based in Uganda.
It all started October 24th was the first bombing. It actually went off in a restaurant. A lot of people were injured. There was only one person that got killed that day. But right now, you never know when something's going to happen.
That attack was followed by twin bombings in late November. 6 people were killed, 36 others were injured in the heart of Kampala. While the Islamic State claimed responsibility, officials blamed the attacks on an affiliated group known as the Allied Democratic Forces. The ADF is based in the neighboring Democratic Republic of the Congo. Some officials believe the ADF wants to overthrow the Ugandan government and impose an Islamic State. Others say the attacks are in retaliation for Ugandan army efforts to defeat al-Shabaab terrorists in Somalia.
I can't even understand people why they would want to harm somebody like they're doing. And they don't even care if it's another Muslim. All they want to do is kill. And it reminds me of Joseph Kony.
Kony is the leader of the Lord's Resistance Army, or LRA. For more than 20 years, it waged war on the Ugandan government, killing civilians, terrorizing women, and kidnapping children. Known as the machine gun preacher, Childers rescued many of those abducted and established several orphanages to keep them safe. Eventually defeated by the Ugandan army, remnants of the LRA terror group fled across the border. And what about this new threat from Islamic militants?
I believe that they just want to try to take over the country. I believe that they want to put a threat there so maybe they can get some leeway. But one thing that I know the president of Uganda, and he knows how to handle these guys very serious.
This Allied Democratic Forces group, it may be harder for the Ugandan military to defeat a terrorist organization than it did an actual militia like Joseph Kony's LRA. So how great is the threat, in your opinion, in the long term?
I believe there's going to be more of the terrorism. I believe that the president, I believe the UPDF will get control, but they're going to have to get to the root of the problem.
That may require hunting down Islamic terrorists and fighting them throughout the region.
We've taken our eyes off the ball relating to Africa. The terrorist groups in Africa are blossoming as we speak.
Eric Karen is a former special agent who held senior positions with the U.S. Treasury and Homeland Security departments, as well as Interpol, the International Criminal Police Organization. Karen and other intelligence experts believe Muslim terror groups are operating training camps in Sudan, South Sudan, and Uganda. And while the United States is keeping a close eye on President Putin's intentions in Ukraine, Karen believes Russian activities in Africa pose a greater threat.
The Russians are supplying various entities in Africa, countries and entities, if you will, gangs, with weapons. And that's troublesome. That's not a good sign.
Flooding African nations and Islamic terrorist groups with billions of dollars worth of military equipment, says Karen, from helicopters to rocket-propelled grenades and even night vision goggles. And it's not only the Russians. Karen says Kim Jong-un is also spreading his influence in East Africa.
The relationship with the North Korean government and the Ethiopian government relating to the manufacturing of munition items is troublesome to me.
Karen met with Ethiopian officials to encourage them to end their relationship with North Korea, a designated state sponsor of terror. So what more can be done to counter the growing threat? Karen believes the U.S. military needs to train police and armies in the region to help them fight Islamic extremism. If not, more deadly terrorist attacks may lie ahead.
I hate to see, obviously, good people die. And unfortunately, I think that's coming down the road.
Gary Lane, CBN News.